Hello, good evening. Let me switch to the soundtrack real quick. I didn't like that one too much. So, good evening. So, it was a wonderful hot day today in Germany. Had to do some work, cleaned my room, did my workout, and now I'm ready to go. I also have to say, another really hot day today. So, I'm really had the feeling like this is the hottest summer that I have in my feelings just experienced. Like this summer was hot from start to end, and it's still not ending. So yeah, really something that is a little bit yeah, really a little bit uncommon here to have such a hot summer, because I just have every week multiple days which are hot, and then there are some weeks where I just every day is hot, and then you have no rain at all. It's a little bit worrying, because we know climate change is making things a little bit hotter, but statistically you shouldn't be able to feel that, because even with 2 more degrees average each year, you could have a really cold summer just by random. And feeling the climate change, of course, it's just a feeling. It's not something that you can really feel, but having the feeling that you can have this really hot summer is a little bit scary, I would say. Okay, now let's get to the business. What are we doing today? Now, we have started to go through all of the enemies and giving them new kind of behaviors depending on the difficulty we were on. And we were finished with this novel here, the eagle, and we have finished the groundwork for the enemy stats. So now we can have here multiple attack names, and each name corresponds to another attack. So this noble here, he has a glass throw, a pistol shot, and here you can see their corresponding damages. So the glass throw will do 40 damage, the pistol shot will do 150 damage. So these values here are meant to be in normal difficulty, and with our difficulty adjustment, we can lower and raise these values. And together with that, we also are going to do some little changes to their behaviors. Like we changed a little bit his cooldown timings and how long his smoke is going to blind us. So we're finished with this guy though. So let's go to the eagle again. Last time we set the eagle time. Here he's casting whirlwinds, which are just pushing the player annoyingly around. But he's not having any kind of real attack that does damage. So he's just a little bit annoying, trying to make the player a little bit fall off some cliff or something. He's not the attack type of enemy. Now we have changed that even when he clips with his wings and does a wind attack, that he has a long shorter cooldown. But there's something that we still have to adjust with the eagle. On higher difficulties, the eagle is flying up and down. And when he's only clipping with his wings and doing this attack when he's on the downside position. So to make the attacks really faster, it's not enough to just lower the cooldown of the wing attack. So how do we deal with this? We can just make him a little bit raise and lower faster according to his difficulty. So let's see. Let's look into the code. So he only has a, oh, here's an update and fixed update. Okay. Interesting. This is really old code. I think he's one of the oldest oldest codes. That's why there are a lot of Germans in this script. So let's start by making him, let's just focus on the important thing. So we only want him to, when he's going up and down, to be faster on higher difficulty, and that's it. More is not necessary. This is all that we actually want at the moment right now. So let's see where he sets his velocity for his y will widget body. So here, this is where he adjusts his widget body height. Okay, so it works like this. He's going up very fast, and then he's gliding down. This is why this code looks like this. It's really weird code, actually. At least I have a comment here which says eagle loses height. Eagle lies back to original height. Okay. I don't know what this is doing here. So he's gliding down. Okay. Let's now make this velocity, change this hard-coded velocity. Yeah. Load y velocity, and it's standard -1. Let's get I think we already have the global variables, yes. Then let's adjust this. Minus equal gv dot difficulty times 0.1. Okay, it's not working. Oh, F. Okay, now it's working. And then insert this inside of here. Okay. So let's think about it for a moment. Now he would glide down faster. With each difficulty. Yeah, that's actually what we want. Let's make him maybe double as fast in higher difficulty. So, so it'd be to 5. Now he would be in normal difficulty, be a little bit faster down, but I actually think that's okay. And here we have to do the opposite thing. A little bit weird. Oh, he's... Wait. Nope. Okay. Now, when he's getting up, he's gaining velocity. That's why his velocity is so low. Okay. And then we don't want to add that much because this adds up very quickly. So let's not overdo this. Okay, let's test this and let's see if the eagle now is gliding up and down much faster on higher difficulty. I think we still have set it to the highest difficulty. So we should now be able to see how the eagle is attacking much faster. Okay, let's check the difficulty. Okay, the difficulty is lowest, so nothing happened there. Let's try again. Now on the highest difficulty, now we should see him attack way faster and going up and down way faster. Let's see. Yeah. I think his detection radius is still a little bit off. No, it's okay. I think he could attack a little bit more. So let's work on the cooldown. So let's lower this to to 6, and let's see what happens. Yeah, now he's attacking a lot. It's not really an attack, but I think you get what I mean. And it also increases detection radius a little bit. And we will just do our usual stuff here. So this detection radius determines when he's going to attack or not. And higher difficulty will now attack even if he's not really in range of the camera position. Would really be annoying right there. So now his highest value for his detection radius is, I think, 18. And this means he will also attack from the side, like here. I think he's not overdoing it, so it's okay. Okay, so one thing I want to change is we should not be able to jump on that attack. Let's give this a layer. Boundless projectile. No, it's not boundless projectile. Enemy projectile. No, whatever. Oh. Now let's get to the next enemy. So we finished with the eagle. Scrum was quite fast, and so we can just get rid of the eagle. Let's go for the next guy. The next guy is the crossbowman. Crossbowman is currently not using the correct difficulty setting here for his attacks. So let's add an attack here. Let's see how much damage he's doing. He's right now doing 55 damage with this bolt. Bolt shot. And he also has a top attack. And I don't see his damage for this here. Oh, I think the bolt shot is 100 damage. Something. Can we find this bullet? Oh, it has 55 damage. Okay. So let's not go overboard with his damage. And give him 55 damage for his bolt. And maybe 35 for his top attack. And still have to apply these arrays with the prefab. Forgot about that one. Okay. Now we are going to open a script and start coding in these new damage types. So what we now have to do is to find where he is going to attack and then modify his damage. So I know he's going to initiate his bolt here, right here. He's getting the component, and this is going to be the line where we are going to set our attack damage. The attack damage will be automatically set up by the enemy stats component, So we don't have to take care of that anymore. We just have to get the enemy stats, attacks, and we have to get his value. And key for this value is the key that we just defined, bolt shot. So by adding this key, we are getting out of this attacks here. This is it's compiling. This is a dictionary attacks where the all the attacks are stored, and then we are getting out a value with the corresponding attack damage that we are doing. Now here also is a top attack. Here. And we're going to do pretty much the same here. Here it says attack damage. Instead of that, attack damage is obsolete. It will be removed later, because now it holds the damage for the old damage. And we're going to hit the stats for the top attack. Yeah, that's about it. Now we can think about if we want anything else to be changed inside of this character. So I think he's very strong in every level. So the best thing that we can change about him are his reloading speed, his aiming speed. So he's aiming, and then he will show that he's aiming for a short period of time, and the player will then know, okay, he's aiming for me, I have to dodge now. And with lower difficulty, this should definitely maybe be a little bit easier, so you have a little bit more time. So let's add a float here. Float aiming time. And on difficulty 0, it's going to be 0.5, 0.6F. Let's go for that. Now let's adjust this according to the difficulty. For this we need the global variables, because the global variables hold the information for the difficulty settings. Let's get them. And this time 0.1F. So this means at difficulty 0, it's going to be 0.6 seconds until he shoots. Then the difficulty can go from 1, 2, 4, 3, 4. So it will subtract up to 400 milliseconds from the aiming time. And then we are going to give this to this yield return. So at higher difficulty, he will now shoot a little bit faster, 0.2 seconds, but I don't want this to be 0.1 second, because that would defeat the purpose a little bit. Would be a little bit too much. Now, he also is reloading here, and the crossbowman, as a crossbowman, he's going to put down his crossbow and then reload. Yeah. So this is going to take a lot of time. And now we are going to adjust this to the difficulty too. Okay, now we want this on the lower difficulty to be even a little bit lower than 2.5. Let's make this 3.5 and then subtract 0.5 per difficulty. So now at normal difficulty you have 2.5. At very hard it will be 1.5 seconds. So now he should be a little bit more aggressive. I think it's fine. I think that's still fair. And manageable. He's going to attack with all his animations. In hardest difficulty every 2.5 seconds, which is quite fast, but it's not annoyingly fast. It's still fair, even at the hardest difficulty setting. So I think it's manageable. And the last thing that we want to change is his speed. Now he has this guy. He's a ranged attacker, but he still can run a little bit. Yeah. And let's see where this is set up. We have to find where his run is impacting his velocity. Here. So here's his speed. And let's just straight up when he's initialized. Change his speed a little bit. So speed plus gv dot difficulty. Yeah. Now we'll have to look up how much speed we have set, because I'm not sure how much speed he has. 250. So yeah, we should definitely not add just one or four. We have to add a little bit more, so it would be noticeable. So times 20, I guess. Okay, now let's test him on highest difficulty and on lowest difficulty. Yeah, I already finished with this guy. He's still very slow, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty slow. Yeah, I think that's still a realistic reloading speed. So I'm happy with the reloading speed, because I think it's fast, but it's not hilariously fast. It's still going to do a lot of damage. Now let's change his double his difficulty adjustment to of his running speed, so that he can follow the player a little bit faster. Because right now he's really a little bit too slow. Yep. That's okay. Now that's not hilariously fast. Let's increase it a little bit more. it's not hilariously fast right now. I think we can go even a little bit more. Now this is very hard difficulty we're just playing on, and you see this guy is a joke. This guy is a joke. In the levels later, he's not a joke. He's often in very, very hard positions where he's denying you to jump up anywhere, or he's in together with other units. Yeah. Now in hard difficulty, it also does a lot of damage. So I think that's enough. That's enough. So yeah, let's delete him. And go for the next guy. Now, this assassin here, this assassin is a boss. So we have to go into the boss fight right now. So we are going to leave the test level. I'm not going to make him work in the test level. Not how it works. He's designed to be in his little environment here. This is his level. And here it is. Now, he has a multitude of attacks, and we have to edit this. So I don't even know how many attacks he has. This is the wrong script. Yeah, it's his assassin. I think he throws knives. He throws bombs. He has a melee attack. Yeah, that's it. So he doesn't have such a great range of attack, I guess. Oh, and he has a top an attack where he's going to slide down from the roof and attack the player from the top. Okay. Now the chain strike. Pro weapon. And this is going to be a little bit harder this time. So first he does an instant kill attack with his chain. This chain is going to be spawned. And what we want here is, in higher difficulty, we want this chain attack to be faster. Let's inspect the chain. Let's see how it sets its speed. So the chain has its own speed here. And the chain is going to call the assassin. It's going to tell the assassin if the chain did hit or not. So let's look at the chain component and look at the speed. the speed is 20. So now the question is, do we want the assassin to have a reference to the global variables and give it to chain? Yeah, I think that would be easier. So let's make a rule: never use global variables in the instances that we instantiated. Only call them afterwards in the unit, not in the projectiles or something. So why would I make such a rule? It's because then you always know, okay, we are never going to have this speed difficulty adjusted inside of this chain. It's always going to be inside of the unit. The unit is going to adjust the components. So we are going to add 5 per difficulty to the speed, and at the lowest the speed will be 20, the highest the speed will be 40 now. Yeah. So 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah. These will be the 5 difficulty settings then. So in the highest difficulty, the chain will be twice as fast. And for the rest, we are just going to adjust the damage. And there's bombs which are ticking and exploding, but we are not going to change anything there. Okay. I think there's this bomb, and the bomb has a damage setting. No. We're still going to tell the bomb how much damage it gets. Bomb deck. It's just way easier like this. Because the enemy stats are going to set up the attack damage automatically. That's what they are designed to do. Now let's do the same thing for the knife. And there should be one more instant where he drops some bombs over your head. Haven't found it yet. And there's this rope attack. In this rope attack, he's going to drop down from the ceiling on the player and trying to attack him. So let's adjust this to difficulty, how fast he's coming down. Drop strength. It starts with 8. 9. No, lower. Yeah, lower. And just straight up the difficulty. At the difficulty. And now he will drop faster and higher difficulty, slower at lower difficulty. It's great. Let's add an attack here. And call this rope drop. Okay. And there should still be one instance here where he drops some bombs. And in the bombs, we're going to set the attack damage. Yep, that's it. And that's all that I want to do. Okay, now let's go inside the game and give him every name of the attacks. So I have the script now on my second screen, and I'm going through it and just copy all the names, give them to the assassin. So for this, I'm going to open as prefab. So we have this globally available. Doesn't mean a lot, but if I accidentally despawn him, I won't lose the information that I got there. So first one is this bomb attack. Which is going to straight up deal 100 damage. Now the second attack, let me scroll through here. It's a knife throw. And this is going to do 40 damage. Not that much. It's just meant to be annoying. Let's go to 30 damage. That's more to be a little bit meant to be a little bit more annoying. We don't want every attack to be lethal. The boss fight is already hard enough. Then we have the rope drop. Should maybe do a little bit more damage. Let's go for 55 damage. And let's go for 60 damage. I think that's it. Let me go through the script one more time. Yeah, that's it. That's already it. And we can go and test this boss fight. Yay, that was actually quite fast. Now we are going to start with the null exception. The player character script. What are you trying to find? No blood first UI. Okay, there's an UI element missing here. I think I turned this off. Yep. So on this back. Let's just clear all the overrides here. It should deal with it. There have been some changes to the UI, and in boss fights I haven't paid attention to revert these changes. That's unusual. That has never happened to me before. Okay, let's try this boss fight again. That's weird. Let's reload this scene. Do I really want to save this? Not really. Let's not save this. And hold on, now it will it now? Yeah, it should have an exception. Okay, now it's working. Seemed to be a really weird exception here. Oh, I guess I know what happened. Yeah, let's not apply it. I think the UI here bugged out and was just getting in front of the camera for some weird reason. Okay, let's enable these and look if it works now. It has to do something with the UI, I'm not sure why. What? Yeah, I actually think when the chain is faster, it's easier to dodge it. So let's reverse this. There's chain. Oh, right here. Let's just not change the speed of the chain. Or make it even a little bit slower. Because the chain attack is so fast, if you can predict it, you just have to jump. It's a little bit too easy. But the special thing about the chain attack is, if it's slow, it's going to come back, and your character is then just hitting the ground when the chain comes back. That's why the chain attack is so hard to dodge. Yeah, you see, now I have to jump twice to avoid it. And it's much easier to get inside of this chain if you need need to it's yeah, if you need to jump twice or jump your timing once. I think it was a little bit too slow though. Slow. Just adjust this a little bit. I want to hit that critical timing where it becomes quite annoyingly hard to dodge. Now I also want to enable for myself for testing some attacks, so I can test the boss fight now. I have to see if the difficulty is still okay. Let's go for some skills here. Okay, I think that's at least the normal attacks that you would have enabled at this point. No. Actually behind there. But I was a little bit surprised that I couldn't attack him. Oh, yeah, I know why. It's because the character script says I don't know any skills, and it's just blocking me. Yeah, disabled blood magic. Turn it off. Okay. Did it turn itself on again? No. Ah, now I can attack. Okay. I think that's all right. I think he's still a tough nut to crack. He's one of the later bosses, so I think the boss fight is fine. It's long enough, it has enough variation. So I guess the boss fight in overall is fine by itself. So let's save this and get to the next unit. The next one is the bandit. The bandit is not going to be adjusted. He's a script enemy for one scene at the beginning, and he's kind of the tutorial enemy that you have to defeat. And I don't think that there's any means in adjusting him. One thing I have to set up is his attack. So he has one attack, which is named melee step, and it's doing 10 damage. This 10 damage is actually going to be lower or higher according to the difficulty. Let's go into the script. Give him a reference to the global variables, just as usual. Oh no, he doesn't even need that. He doesn't even need that. He only needs this text, get value or default, melee step. Okay, that's it. That's it. Yeah, we actually are done here. And let's just comment out this flip check function here. Does nothing right now, but it's nice to have if I would like to change something about him. Okay. Now there's a barkeeper. He's a one-time enemy, and he also has a bottle throw. Bottle throw. It's 40 attack damage with his bottles. Okay. Let's go into the barkeeper. Oh, that's not good. It's going to override the prefab right there. And set the attack damage. Now you might say, hey, you now have to type in every name here. Isn't that kind of silly? Now you could mess up the key. Yeah, but if you have multiple tags, you at least know what kind of attacks you are using here. So if you do a mistake here and type in the wrong attack, you will easily read the code, and you actually can much easier read the code like this. He doesn't have one attack damage. Because he has multiple. Every enemy could have multiple attacks, so it doesn't make sense if we would just have one attack damage. So let's go on. Peasant. Only thing, I already did some changes to him. Only thing that we need to adjust here is his speed and his attack damage. So let's name his attack melee step. Normally does 20 damage. Oh, and here's second attack. First attack is melee step. Okay. Now here's a top attack, and we have to define it later in the enemy sets. Oh, let's just also let's differentiate between those two. Top attack. Let's give the top attack 25 damage. Just because we can. Okay. Now I also want to change his speed according to the difficulty. So do we have anyone who has speed? Yes, the eagle. No. The crossbowman. He has speed adjustment here. Let's add this to the peasant. Where's the speed? Speed. So right after we get this value here, let's look up his speed, his default set speed here. So let's lower that by let's lower that by 20 and then add 10 per difficulty level. No, let's add 20 per difficulty level. Now let's see how he performs. Let's go to the test level for this. Drag in the enemy, the peasant, and let's go and start. Hey! Oh, wow, that's quite fast. Holy. He's faster than player now. Don't know what I feel about that. Holy shit. Ah, got you. Huh? You do know. Okay. I felt like that was over the top. Okay, let's go for 15. Because if he's so much faster than the player, it's a little bit inconvenient for the first level. Because he's the first level enemy. And I definitely don't want to go over the top with him. Yeah. Okay, let's change the difficulty now. On the other side, if somebody chooses the hardest difficulty, he has maybe played through the game one time, and now he's going to seek for a challenge. See? Okay, now we can run away from him. So now it's really easy to get away from him. And he also doesn't do a lot of damage. I still feel like it was a little bit over the top with the hard difficulty there. He's faster than the player. If this in a level 1 enemy, you don't want to do it too over it. Okay, I'm not going to test him again. Now, I think he's still a little bit faster than the player, but I don't really care. Then we have this guy here. He's a joke. He's just standing there still, and if you come close to him, he will do a little bit of damage. Now let's call this melee step and give this a little bit more damage. 30 damage. Okay, now this is going to be quite easy. He still has a German name, so it might be a relatively old script. Yeah, but it's also a very short script. Okay, that's it. Okay, so far for you. Still a lot of enemies to go. We put the hardest enemies though, so the most important enemies are done. Let's go for the Black Mage now. Black Mage is the first boss that is easily to be skipped because he's friendly. You can attack him if you really mess up your dialogue choices, or if you just say, hey, I'm going to attack you now. So let's save the test level. Doesn't matter. Go to the first boss fight. And here we have the Black Mage. And the Black Mage, I think he has 3 attacks. He's kind of, if you attack him, he's kind of punishing the player if you really want to attack him. On the flip side, let's lower his health. If you attack him at normal difficulty right now, I think he's a little bit too tough because he's the first enemy that you encounter. And at that time, you don't have the necessary tools to deal that much damage, and you're probably just learning the game yet. So if you attack him, yeah, have fun doing that for your first time. You're still learning the game and have a hard boss fight at the start. You might want to quit. So let's name his attacks. First attack is going to be named he has his bullets, so magic ball attack. What's it called? Black magic shot. Black magic shot. No. Yes, it actually is a shot. And the second attack he has is Black Wave. And they should not do too much damage, like 20 or something. This one should do 35. Okay, now let's see what they are actually doing right now. Black Mage Ball doing 35 damage. Black Wave. Let's see where this Black Wave is. Okay, let's look at the Black Wave attack. Okay. How much damage would you do? I think it's hard-coded. So let's do this old code. Public attack damage. And yeah, the damage was hard-coded to be 30. I think these are fine numbers. Let's go inside of the script. And first for the black projectile. Attack damage. Now, how did we name this? I think it was a really weird name. Black ball attack? Black ball shot? I've forgotten again. Black magic shot. Black magic ball. Black projectile. Black shot. I don't come up with a good name right now. Let's just stick with this. And I think he's going to instantiate this again. Yeah, right here. Let's set up all these children. Even though we could, we don't need to create 3 different children here. Whatever. Here's a wave attack. here. And let's set up the attack damage. Okay, now we could also change his attack pattern. I think this is fine. Let's go into this protection field though. He's going to have a protection shield, which is going to keep us from damaging him until the shield runs out. Protection shield runs out. So he's going to cast his protection field every time, and then this shield will die after some time. See what happens here with this size. Okay, I'm not going into that one. Not going into that one, sorry. Would take too long. We still have a lot of enemies to go, and we cannot make too many small adjustments. Now you could argue, yeah, I changed a lot of the assassins there, but I knew there wasn't any risk that the assassin would need a lot of coding time. With this, I don't know how long it takes. It could take an hour until I finish this, and currently I don't have the time to make small adjustment according to difficulty for every enemy.
Looks like I found the web. What is the reason?
So
I will put an end to your miserable life. Farewell, vampire.
That's not good. I think it should do more damage than this. So that did 0 damage. Did we get a warning? Null reference. No line. Okay. I typed in the wrong name here. Wave. Wave. There's a wave. Yeah. Instead of wave attack, this has to be named black wave. Okay. Let's go to the next guy. This is this peasant. And he has 2 attacks. This is ranged attack and his top attack. I think we can read them. These are all really old scripts though. Okay. And let's get into him. And we want to do 2 things here with this peasant here. First, we want to change his attacks. Then we want him to shoot faster with higher difficulty, because he's really not supposed to spam a lot of attacks. But higher difficulty, you don't want to bore the player. So now we have top attack. Let's see where he spawns his arrow. Here. Can we do this? Yes. So now get into component. I think it's file control. Attack damage. Come on. Okay. And we want him to shoot a little bit faster in the higher difficulties. So let's see. I think we cannot change these values here because we can actually. Let's give him a reference to the global variables first. And then put this rating inside of here. No, even those small timers are important. And this time I want to go for a different type. No. Sorry. I'm getting bullshit there. Reload time. Let's take a look inside of this animator. See how long these reloads actually take. 0.5, 0.4. So let's not go on under 0.5. So now you should attack a little bit faster when the difficulty is higher. Also, I think let's see how long this attack animation goes. Okay, cannot go any faster than that. For that, we would really have to do a lot of stuff. And also, just like with the crossbowman, we want to see how fast he is. Okay, and let's adjust the speed. Do we still have the crossbowman here? Yes, we do have him. He's in the lower speed ranges, so let's just only add 10. For the arrows that he spawns, we want also to... Oh, this is really bad code here. He's forcing his attack damage into the arrows. Ooh, that's nasty. That's nasty. We want to get rid of that. Now we want to look into the arrows and look how their speed is adjusted. Okay, they do have a speed. We can multiply that a little bit. So let's do this. So the arrows should fly. Oh, I also have to do this for the other side. So the arrows should now fly a little bit faster. They will reload slow. They will reload. They will reload faster. The arrows will fly slow. Their arrows will fly faster, and they will do more damage. Sorry, kind of bit my tongue there. Okay, let's go to the test level again. Maybe I shouldn't talk too much. Got the feeling like my mouth is getting weak. Must be the heat. Okay, so let's go and see what happens. So on lower difficulty, I don't see any difference. Yep. Okay, let's set the difficulty up to bloodbath and see if they are a little bit different now. Yeah, the arrows are very fast and they actually do damage. Yeah, they do 50 damage, it's insane. Yeah. Fair enough. You can still dodge them. Okay. Now the only thing that I didn't like about that is that the random range of the arrows should maybe sometimes be a little bit lower. Because it was impossible for them to hit me when I was crawling on the ground. Yeah, now I can be hit even if I'm crawling on the ground. So I think that they are now an enemy that you have to respect at the early level. So you never know where these arrows are going to hit you. It's not too hard. Okay, I think that's fine. So let's go for the next enemy. Bomb 4, very common enemy, and it's pretty easy to code. First, let's put him here. And for this guy, you have to set up where his limits are. He will now go from this point here to this point. So he's a guy who's often on some edges, some corners, and throwing bombs down there. That's why he's not supposed to jump down his platforms and stay there. That's why he has a limiter. And for him, we want two things. Bomb throw is going to have a standard damage of 100. Let's open my script. Which also has one really big problem. That's he's not supposed to have own stats for health. This is done by the stats control. And here's his bomb throw. And after he throws the bomb, he's going to adjust the attack damage. That's pretty much it. And afterwards, he's going to wait a little bit, have a cooldown. And that's of course, the thing that we are going to adjust. Let's give him, just as we usually do, global variables. And lower his cooldown for higher difficulty. Load reloading, cooldown. And the initial value will be free for the lowest difficulty. And it can go down to up to 1 second. I don't want him to spam bombs, actually. I think it would suck if he would spam too many bombs. I just think that the bombs, the bombs are fine the way they are in the game right now. But if he would start spamming bombs, I think it would just thank you, Unity, for crashing there. Thankfully we didn't lose any information. If you would spam bombs, you would have to dodge a lot of big area of effect attacks, and it would really be hard to attack him on the other side. And that's why I don't think that it would be fun. So let's restart Unity. Would be nice if we could finish at least half of the enemies today. Maybe I will let's define a limit for today. Or let's just say I will code until 1 AM. Fair enough. Now what you can do about this code here, and why is it bad? It's bad because you can specifically tell what is private and what not. And to make it a little bit more readable, you can actually sort all public variables to the top and private to the bottom. This is one thing. You don't need to define false rules. Okay. So let's go into Unity again. Trigger in the bomb for. And we go to this prefab, look up if he has is a text set up. No. So let's take a look. Now this should be highest difficulty, and he should throw a bomb roughly every 1.5 seconds. And he's dead. Guess he had 0 health or something? Yeah. So how much health does he have? I think 150. Would be a good idea. He's not tough. It's not tough. Okay, now you see at the higher difficulty, you will throw a bomb every second, 1.5 second, and do 200 damage with it. He can also easily kill himself and other guys, which is also useful. Yeah, okay, I guess that's it. Nothing more to do with this. Now, the butler. Yeah, that's going to be melee swing. And how much damage does it do? 80. Oh, that's a lot. It's this down to 60. I think 80 is a little bit much. Also, you are not supposed to have a health and take damage as a public integer. So can't have you that. Yeah, and for this guy, I'm not going to make any more changes. Can put him here. She's not even. It's actually too big here. So scale him down. But I'm not even sure if it works. The compiler error. Okay. Yeah, okay. That was a lot of damage because it was hard difficulty, but nothing more to say about this. Okay, now there's a captain. I don't think he's going to work, but let's try. I guess. It's the captain. Captain, come here. So, and left. And right. It's one of these old scripts that don't actually use the enemy stats correctly. And are a little bit annoying. So yes, like a step. Let's set him up. Yes, you don't need that, sir. And aside from that, he's not that important. Interesting that he can damage objects. I think the idea behind that was that he might have later appearance again. He's just going to run around with his shield and shield. That's all he does. He should do 150 damage. Yep. Okay. That's all we have to test with him. Now the dragon. Okay, the dragon is going to be a big one. Let's test the dragon. So let's get rid of the captain. And the dragon is in the servant and 2, the boss fight. And that's the dragon right here. And he has a lot of attacks. He has a lot of attacks. I don't even know all his attacks right now. He has so many different types of attacks. It's hard to. He has a fire odom, a fireball, can burn the ground with fire. He can jump on the player on his hand head. You can instant kill the player, but this is not going to be the attacks. So let's go for fire bolt, fire artillery, fire impact, fire odem. I think the fire odem is just a lot of fireballs. Then he's going to land on the player. So what do we call this? Let's look inside of his script. Smash attack, it's a smash attack. And it will do a lot of damage. Let's go for 200 though. Did I call it smash attack? Yes. Okay. Come on, let me code. Okay. Let's see if he has another direct attack. No. Does he have a forced hit? No. I think the other attacks is a direct player kill. Let's go through his attacks now. Wind Blast is not going to do any damage. It's just going to blow the player away. We have this fire artillery here. And we are going to set the attack damage of it. And did we call this impact or not? Oh, come on. Don't reset all the components. Let me see what I really want to see. Fire artillery impact, I called it. With the fire beam. What was fire odem? Odem attack? What did I call it? Fire odem, okay. So there is a Firebeam 1, so I guess there's a Firebeam 2. It's going to spawn some fires on the ground, but this has nothing to do with the difficulty. I'm going to burn you if you stand on them, but it's not worth it to adjust that. No, he's going to cast fireballs. Fireball? Firebolt. Close enough. Now he has a melee attack, but this is an instant kill. And I'm a little bit surprised. Wasn't there Spawn Flames 1? Where has two Spawn Flames 2 then? Oh, that wasn't the attack that I was having in mind. Firebeam 1. Where's Firebeam 2? Come on. Why is there Firebeam 1 if there's no Firebeam 2? This is Firebeam. Okay. Got that. Okay, I guess I'm going for a short break. And then I'm going to test the dragon fight. So, BRB. Hello. Okay, so we are nearly starting to get the boss fight done. We still have to look one thing up, that is his old attack damages. Let's go for that. The firebolt, doing 50 damage. So exactly the same. The artillery bolt, 150. I think that's a lot. That's a lot. 75. Okay. Fire Odin. Oh, the fire odoms are just. I think fire odom is just a lot of firebolts. Yeah. So nothing to adjust there. Okay. So let's hit play and just see what happens. It will have a null exception. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of predictable. Now, let's go.
Looks like we have a little vampire here. Are you the one who fought his way through, my man? How dare you approach me? You have no idea. He hasn't told you yet, has he? The Count has given you a curse. You can never escape. You are doomed. Let me end your misery with fire.
Okay, there's one thing I need, and that is damage. Oh, I do have a lot of choices here. Okay. And disabled. Okay, now here we go.
done, my servant. This dragon could have been a severe threat. I shall take over this castle, and its loot will go into my treasury.
Okay, that concludes the test. Still saw a lot of things that did go wrong. Invalid AABB. Yep. Object transform is corrupt. Assertion failed. I think the problem is that I misspelled a name right here. So let's search for that in the script of the dragon. So, Fire Odem. Fire Odem. Smash Attack. Yeah, okay, Smash Attack always worked. Now, of course, it's split right. Firebolt. Fire impact, yes. Fireball, I think Firebolt is wrong. That's wrong. That's where all the error messages come from. Hmm. Hmm. That's weird. Okay, Fire Artillery here has wrong name. Now I also had the feeling that the fireballs did not hit the player. And also the problem was one problem was that the boss pickup was cancelled out by our protective swords. Notice that there. Going to the boss pickup. And it's on the layer enemy projectiles. That's not going to work. I think it should be on the power up layer. I think I did set up this one time. Maybe Unity crashed or something.
Looks.
Now let's enable our blood magic so that we can actually fight. Forgot to set it up for. Okay, let's try to get hit. Okay, don't see these doing damage. These fireballs here, they do have the correct damage. It's unfortunate. Any damage? That's not correct. Let's see what layer these are on. So, Dragon Firebolt. They're an enemy projectile. They do have a box collider. With a warning, the collider did not create any collision shapes as they all failed verification. What? Verification? This could be because they were deemed too small or the vertices too close. Vertices can also become close under certain rotations or very small scaling. Let's look at the scale. Okay, the Dragon Firebolt has a scale of 0. That's not right. Let's make this bigger. Okay, no, doesn't do anything. Go into the Dragon Firebolt. It should have a scale of 0.15. Let's look it up. I think it's going to set its scale. Yes. Set itself to vector 20. Vector 30. Don't know why. Let's get rid of this line and see what it does. And I don't see any reason why they set themselves to be at a ridiculously small size. So, and Unity crashed. That's unfortunate now. Oh, come on. Right when I was getting into it, I also don't know why this fireball is actually bugged right now. This script line is very sus. Okay, but we can, in the meanwhile, we can look into the fire artillery, and I also had the feeling that the fire artillery did not hit me. That it can actually hit me. Okay, very weird. Very, very weird. Yeah, but we have to oh no, that's right. The attack can use its attack damage because we are going to set this attack damage inside of the dragon script. That's correct. Okay. So this time we're going to enable these skills from the start. I'm also going to switch some skills around. Perfect. Number 2 here. Number 1. Much more. I like that one. I like that much more. Sorry. I have to concentrate a little bit more on speaking clearly. This is one thing that I really wanted to focus on, and I always forgotten about this as soon as I started streaming. And so I want to keep more positive attitude. Sometimes I think I'm a little bit sassy, like a sassy baka.
Looks like we have a little vampire. What out?
Okay, that did 0 damage, but at least it did damage. Okay, now the fireballs did 0 damage. Let's look it up. So how are they working? If there's attack damage, Oh, we lost all of the information. Ooh, that's oh no, we lost all of the information on the dragon. What if we revert here? No. Okay, we lost all of the information. That's really unfortunate. So it was firebolt, fire, artillery, impact, then the smash attack, I guess, and the last one, fire odem. Fire odem 25. Smash attack is going. Let's go for 250. Actually, fire artillery impact 25. Firebolt 50. Okay. Now by just guessing the names, let's apply this to the prefab before it gets lost again. So I hopefully have guessed the names right. Let's look into the script while Unity is loading.
Looks like we have a little vampire here. Are you the one who fought his way through, my man? How dare you approach me?
Yeah, smash attack was right.
What?
Okay, I think we might still have to return later the dragon fight, because the dragon fight still has some problems with the dodging abilities of the player. I think the dragon fight is doable. I have done it already with way less HP, 3 lives and 200 HP. It's possible, but it's very hard right now, and it's a little bit too much randomness because of the pattern of his firebolts. So this is why also in the to-do list there is a dragon rewrite here. This is the next patch. This is where we will change something about the dragon pattern. I don't think it's a bad template to work with, the dragon right now, but his fight is not that much fun as it could be. I think so. Something to keep in mind. Aside from that, he now has his difficulty adjusted in his damages. So this is the task that we are concentrating on today, and so we are done with the dragon right now. So let's get back to the test level, and let's say for today I want to finish this line of enemies here. So for tomorrow I only have to care about these guys here. So let's get back to the test level. Also, I need to find an alternative to Twitch soundtrack, I think, because after sometimes Twitch soundtracks, even though I think it's nice to have an alternative to YouTube or Spotify, which is not copyrighted, Twitch soundtrack kind of has this is a little bit weird in its sounds, I think. Okay, now let's go for the this aeromid here. This is a guy here that you can find in the mountain, and he's going to throw a stone at you and then charge you. So for this guy, he's actually fine in higher difficulties. We have to make him easier in lower difficulties. First of all, here's 2 attacks. His stone throw and his melee step. So stone throw, I think he is doing maybe 35 for both. Let's look into the stone. The stone is doing 50 damage. Oh, that's a lot. Didn't think that. 50 damage. Okay. Oh, also I should work with the prefib right there. Okay. Let me check if I always worked with the prefib. Something I sometimes forget about. If you don't work with the prefib, then these attacks are not going to be inside of the prefab component. Yeah, just like here. Here I actually did not use the prefab, I guess. That's bad. Melee step, I guess. And now I actually have to look this up. Yeah, melee step. This one is right. He doesn't have them. one is white, this one is white, this one is white. The eagle is missing. Oh yeah, never mind. The eagle doesn't have attack damage. Okay, so we have to go into the first boss fight and adjust the changes to the black mage to the prefab. Okay, so that's done. Let's go to the back to the test level. And start with coding the error mid. In English, it's hermit. Okay, hermit. So first of all, he shouldn't have his own stats in his component. They belong into the enemy stats component. Okay, and here we can set the attack damage. It's nice. Okay. Now we also have to adjust his normal attack, spear. This should be somewhere in the update function. Yep. And now let's, as the last thing, adjust his speed a little bit. If the speed is actually private, it should be public. And then let's only add one. Let him start at, let's add 2. Let them start at 19. So we don't go over the top there. Okay, let's test them out. Okay, stones did 50 damage. Okay, how much damage did I kill him? Stone throw should do 35 damage. So I guess the stone throw, the stone script doesn't use its attack damage. So this has an attack damage. Oh, it uses it. Did I set the attack damage wrong? Stone throw. Stone throw. And it should have doubled. It should do 70 damage. Oh, there's an if else here. I don't care what happens here. If he's facing to the left or right. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, this should actually be here. Now let's test if his stone will do 70 damage. Problem was that the stone was only doing 70 damage if he was facing to the right, which is because he used an if else clause there. Okay, now it does 70 damage. He's also throwing more accurately now, because there was some code. This code here calculates the height of the player and will, if the player is standing higher, the environment will also toss higher. Okay, now Hammond is done. Let's go for the next units. Farmer, he's only in the opening scene and gets killed. He doesn't do anything. So now the bed. This is the normal bed. And This one has one attack, Sonic Wave, which does 15 damage. Not a lot. Okay, now let's see if this wave control here uses its attack damage. Yep. So nothing else to change here. And on lower difficulty, I want this bat actually to fire a little bit slower. So let's give him a reference to the difficulty first. Hmm. On the lowest difficulty, this cooldown should be maybe 3.5 seconds. So 4 times 0.5. Now let's put this even up to 4 seconds. I don't like this to be at a high cooldown. You know what? Let's put this to 3 seconds. Okay, that's it for the enemy bed. Nothing else to change. And then the enemy gunner. So this guy here is a really interesting script. And also a very competent fighter. And He's one of the better scripts that I did. So let's see how good he aged. I think I did it in 2 years ago. Here's a shot attack and or a range attack and a melee swing attack. The shot attack, melee swing does 100. The shot attack, I think it does 100 damage. So very strong attack there. So let's get into him. Yeah, you can see he has 800 lines. Like, this is a really long script. So let's find the hit functions. It's here. Use your melee swing, please. And when you're shooting, let's find that. Bullet control. Hit damage is stats dot x dot get shot attack. Okay, now do we want anything for him to be different? That's a good question. This guy is someone who's really in the late game, and he's supposed to be just really fast. And it's really hard to get into his rhythm. And with him, I really don't want to change his timings, because even if you adjust to your time, he's so hard. If you adjust to his timings, once you adjust to his timings, he gets, of course, a lot easier. But if you then change the difficulty, your training to his timings would be off. Now you can say this also true for the other guys, but the other guys, the other enemies that we just did, but the other enemies are a little bit more readable. So that's a little bit convenient. Okay. So let's I think we could maybe do something about his alarm rate. This is detection radius. This can even go down more. And oh, there's a type on detection radius. Detection radius. Okay. No, I don't want to mess around with this detection radius actually, because there's a sequence where you need to sneak around him, and changing the values there too much would mess with the map design. So I guess there's not much that I can do. Yeah, maybe this. Oh no. He needs to wait 1 second for his animation to finish. We could, of course, just let him point to the player and immediately attack him, but then there would be no point in having this animation at all. Yeah. Okay, so I guess we're finished for today. This is the last guy I wanted to edit. We still have to test him, and then we are finished. So let's test him out. Okay, I guess we are doing this next time. Unfortunately, Unity crashed again. And thank you for watching, for everybody who's still in there, and have a nice day. Bye.